that song? I'm already copying the AVGN as it is already. Let's try something else.
It's time to play the game.
No! I do not want that song. I like the WWE, I'm a wrestling fan, and Triple H is okay, but they seem to be the type of people who like to sue. And I really don't want to get sued right now. Let's choose something else. You know what? Fuck it. I don't want a song. I don't need a song. Let's get on with the review. You know, the Summer Olympics only comes around once every 4 years. And let me be honest, I love it. I love watching the competition. I love watching the gymnastics, the judo competitions, the fencing, the basketball, everything. Now, when most people think of the Olympics, they think of pride, honor, glory, respect, scandals. However, when I think of the Olympics, I think of one thing, one mascot that came around in 1996 for the Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia. Izzy. Hello, I'm the Casual Video Gamer, bringing to you my first review. And what better way than to start off with my first review than to honor the closing of the Summer Olympics by reviewing Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings on the SNES. Let's get started. For those of you who don't know who or what Izzy is, he was the mascot for the Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia in 1996. A game was made in an attempt to grab children's interest into the Olympics, which I always thought was pretty funny. I mean, look at this. Does this look like any sort of Olympic game you've ever seen? Yeah, I thought not. Izzy has two main attacks, a spin jump for height and a hurdle jump for distance. That's pretty cool, but that also leaves all the other buttons pretty much useless. It might as well be for the NES. To make it even more insane, the buttons are spaced apart. I guess to make it seem like the creators did something productive, but in the heat of the moment, you're pressing on one of the buttons that don't do anything, and you end up dying. So, I recommend changing the controls to benefit your own style. Throughout the game, you gain temporarily power-ups by transforming into Olympic referencing weapons, such as becoming a baseball player, an archer, a rocket. Yeah, for the rocket launch competition. Makes perfect sense. And the story is pretty simple. Izzy must find the 5 Olympic rings hidden by the Guardians so that Izzy doesn't take them to his world. Pretty simple. Man, who the fuck does Izzy think he is? These Guardians are trying to keep the Greek gods pleased, but Izzy doesn't care. He's trying to take these Olympic rings, I guess just because he can. Now, I can understand if the Guardians were actually the thieves and Izzy's trying to get the rings back, but fact is these are the Guardians and Izzy's the thief. Who are these Guardians the Guardians of? The Olympic rings. What is Izzy? He's the thief. Oh my god. This means you're the fucking bad guy! So yeah, the game was one of the few games at the time that promotes the player to be a bad guy, but does so unintentionally. They probably spent only about 4 minutes into thinking over the story and used the rest of the 5 minutes into making the game. So it's best not to get into the story too much. The controls are meh at best. Sometimes they don't respond when you want them to, and other times you find yourself getting frustrated at how slow the game can get. The worst part is, when you get these power-ups like fencing, you can't jump. That's right, instead of using the 2 extra buttons on the main control pad for these power-ups, they just replaced the controls for the jump buttons. So now you're at the mercy of your own timing against the game's decision on whether or not it wants to respawn. I really hate it how every time you hit a wall, you go flying back as though it were a spring or something. Same thing when you jump on the enemies. Quite often you'll find yourself jump on a few enemies, then go flying away from where you want to be. And since the game's so damn slow, it takes just about forever to get where you want to get. So you collect these coins. Well, they're supposed to be medals, but they look like coins. For points. But every time you get hit, you lose 3 of them. And unless you collect 3 more, you're fucked. The next time you get hit, you're dead and you have to start all over from the beginning of the level. Unless you are able to light off a...
I hate games like these. Games like these claim to have a life bar when really it's just a lie. The life bar is a goddamn lie. Ugh.
Let's say you get hit. You collect only 1 or 2 more coins before getting hit again. Most good games just make you lose those 1 or 2 coins. But not this game. No, this game decides to take a piss on you by killing you only because you couldn't find a 3rd coin in time.